Hey, welcome to Cigars Liquor More.
Welcome back.
Today we have a Flor de San Andreas Black Label. With it, Weller Special Reserve.
Woo!
Thanks for tuning into Cigars, Liquor, and More as we join our buddies Bill
Howdy.
and our other brother Darrell,
Smoke up, Johnny.
chilling through 2022. Broadcasting from our studio speakeasy as they talk about cigars, liquor, and anything else that comes to mind.
All right. Well,
You know,
what?
I love it when you bring me a box press.
Oh, yeah. So this is a box press. You skipped ahead, cheater.
I could do that.
Flor de San Andreas Black is a 5.5 by 50 square press. It has a San Andreas wrapper, Nicaraguan binder, and Dominican Republic and Nicaraguan fillers with an MSRP of $6. The Weller Special Reserve is, in fact, Weller. It's also known as the Green Bottle, and is bottled at 90 proof, and its MSRP is $28. But good luck finding it that. Actually, I did find it at that. So that one I got at our gas station for $14. And then I did find
Best gas station
yeah,
ever.
I found a handle at Liquor King for $55.
A handle.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. That's
Nice.
how I filled that bottle. We already drank that bottle. I filled it back up to bring over here.
I thought this bottle looked familiar.
Mm-hmm. Well, the Cauldron is earthy with a little dirt, little mud action going on there.
Cold draw.
I like it.
What's a cold draw?
Yeah, perish the thought. Well, why don't you just go straight to the Weller then? Give a sniff of that.
Oh, give a sniff. Smells like Special Reserve Weller. No. I cheated by looking at the bottle.
I don't know. What do you mean you cheated by looking at the bottle? I announced it. You didn't have to look at the bottle.
I looked at the bottle before you announced it.
Oh.
I already knew.
Well,
No.
this is... Okay, so I think the reason Weller is so beloved is because it's a mild wheater. That's it.
Yep.
I think that's what people love. They're like, oh, forget the rye. I want something mild. Give me wheat as a seasoning. And there you go. I think that's why people like it so much.
And it's from the correct location in
yes.
the United States.
Yeah.
Even though I'm a big fan of Lone Elm, of course.
Yeah. No, I mean, Kentucky's still kind of... Ooh, is it technically the birthplace? I'm not entirely certain it is.
I don't know. That's a
Yeah,
good question.
I don't know.
I do not know.
I have to look that up.
But I mean, regardless, they are still relevant.
What's pretty
I don't think
pretty
that's
mild.
on medium.
No, I don't think it is either.
I mean, they're still relevant. They still put out a lot of good products, a lot of old names. They're still doing some good stuff. It's not like there's anything wrong with stuff that's coming out of Kentucky or Tennessee or Ohio or Indiana or really anywhere.
You just don't have to get elitist about it. Right?
No. And I don't. I drink what I like.
Yeah.
Well, normally. I drink what I like.
Yeah, only when I bring things you don't like.
Yes.
Do you drink things you don't like?
And just for the show.
For
when we're
special
not on
work.
a show, bag that.
Yeah. Hey, you want
You want me to drink peaty scotch? No.
I will punch you in the face right now.
Jim might get mad if I did that.
Yeah, just because she'd be fixing it. Well, I mean, it's a very mild bourbon.
Mm-hmm. Both on the nose and on the palate.
Yeah, I like it. It mostly just gives me some vanilla and then yeah, smooth. It's 90 proof. It's a little bit hotter than some other 90 proofers, but it's not.
Comes across a
it's
little
not
bit
too
that
hot.
way, but I mean, it's got a pretty quick finish. It doesn't linger.
No, quick finish, no linger. I'd agree with that. You know what? I'm gonna go to the bottle. Do they have anything on the bottle?
Do they have anything on the boot bottle?
Apart
Is there
from-
enough room
No,
on the
there-
boot
there's-
bottle?
There's not. There's not. Distilled, aged, and bottled by Buffalo Trace Distillery, Frankfort, Kentucky. Kentucky State Bourbon Whiskey, 45% alcohol by volume. The original wheated bourbon, and then things about cancer and Surgeon General and pregnant people. No information.
I'm not going to be pregnant ever. So
Wow.
I don't think I'm concerned about that.
I've seen you carry a
Dan.
food baby before.
Yeah.
Go to what? What's that place? What's that place we get meat poisoning from?
Fogo de Chao.
Fogo de Chao. Yeah, yeah. I've gotten meat poisoning there before.
It's not so much meat poisoning as an overdose of meat.
It is. Yeah. Oh my. Yeah. You're like, oh, I can't eat anymore. Just one more.
Yeah. Same thing with Texas de Brazil.
That's the same place.
All the churrascarias, or however you pronounce that. Never in my life thought that Fogo de Chao, at least, right? You've got a little puck that's green on one side,
right.
Red on the other. Never in my life thought that red would be so important. Stop. Don't cut food for me. I'm full.
And then I'm like, okay, one more. And that's where I get into trouble.
And then you eat a spoonful of butter and it just goes crazy.
I'll do almost anything on a dare if I like it. But people think butter, you could eat a spoonful of butter. Like this.
Oh, yep.
Same thing with sour cream. Ooh, sour, you can eat a spoonful. Yeah. No.
No,
You want to mix the two? I'll mix the two.
I couldn't do sour cream because I don't really care for sour cream. But I'm crazy that way.
Yes. Amongst the ways you are crazy.
Yeah, there are a lot of ways. Let me count the ways.
Well, we're getting into the cigar enough, I think, to talk about it.
Yeah, probably so. I should probably kind of think about it some, shouldn't I?
Well, it's pretty smooth. There's really not any harsh bite or anything like that.
No, really well constructed. Nice white ash coming off of that. I mean,
You and your white
really,
ash.
I know. My flat white ash.
Smoking dimes. So
Stacking dimes.
stacking and smoking the dimes.
There you go.
Okay, so-
and like I said, box press looks really cool. The band, very Day of the Dead.
Very out of focus. No, that's probably my glasses. Never mind. I take it back.
That's pixelated.
No, my eyes are. I got glasses on. They're only good to 30 inches. These are monitor
They're
glasses.
made for the monitor.
Yeah, and I don't use regular glasses. I forgot about that. I was wearing glasses while I looked at the TV. Okay, so
What kind of flavors you getting off of it?
same thing as the cold draw. It's earthy and a little dirty. I like it. It reminds me of that, fresh rain, dirt, kind of mud action going on. But at the same time, it's a solid medium. I like it. We'll see how the burn goes for me. But that's the basics. I'm not going to try to throw anything crazy complicated in there. And I guess I like it with the liquor.
Maybe a little tea flavored.
Tea. Like iced tea?
Earthy with a little tea.
Like iced tea.
No, like some kind of British tea.
Hot tea.
Dark. Yeah, hot tea.
Tea, okay.
Dark, almost a little bitter. Kind of.
Okay. I'm not getting that.
Yeah, black tea.
I'm
Thank
not
you.
getting
like a
black
black
tea.
tea kind of thing.
No, I'm not getting that.
No,
not me. And with the liquor?
It's going really well with the Wellers.
I think so.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm trying to decide is drag, drink, drag.
Yeah,
Which
that's
one?
your choice.
Let me try drink, drag. I've been doing drag, drink. Let me try drink, drag. That doesn't really change the cigar. Yeah, a lot of times it will. It doesn't seem to change the cigar. It seems fine. I'll reverse it again. Nope, 6 of one, half a dozen of the other.
I think taking a draw first, then a drink, or drag, then a drink, I think is how you were saying it, kind of cuts the bite a little bit, but the bite goes away so fast it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, I'm going to call it a push.
Yeah.
I don't care which way it goes. I'm good.
But they're not interfering with each other. I still get the flavor of the cigar.
Nope.
I still get the really kind of mildish flavor of the Wellers.
Yeah, they stand alone.
Yeah.
Even together,
And
they stand alone.
Even though it's got a little bit of bite on the taste, I really don't think there's not an explosion of flavors at all. It just kind of, the flavors are just kind of there. They come, they go.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll be honest. I wish the Weller finish were longer. It's kind of gone too quick. I want it to hang around.
Yeah, you like that flavor, don't you?
I like it enough to hang around. I wouldn't drink it if I
Hang
didn't
around.
like it.
Stay there for a little while.
Why you gotta go so soon? Come on.
There's some Italian.
Where
coming
you
out
go?
in you.
Where you going? You
Yeah.
got nowhere to be.
There's some Italian coming out in you.
Fine. Get in my belly. All right.
Nice.
We got our first third covered.
Yeah, I think so.
We can move on to distractions.
I think we've been doing good so far.
All right, we're agreed. To the distractions.
Ta-da!
Well, the first distraction, we got plenty of time. First distraction is going to be a bit of a surprise to you. We are going to install solar panels on the roof.
Are you?
We are.
How much of the roof?
Most of the south side.
Okay,
It's going to be 35 panels, roughly 13 kilowatts.
Now, are you doing a battery bank, or
No.
are you just feeding directly in?
We're gonna just feed for credit, pull credits out when we're not producing.
Okay.
It should, according to their calculations, pretty much average out to the year to be pretty much break even.
Now, did you? Are you getting any credits for this?
So
Any tax incentives? Any?
definitely getting tax incentives. Without the tax incentives, I probably wouldn't do it. Basically, you get a 26% discount on your taxes. You get 26. You get to write off 26% of it on your taxes. That's pretty nice because guess what? It's kind of expensive.
Do you care to say how expensive?
Okay, so
You don't have to. Don't feel obligated.
well, almost anybody can just Google or go to one of the sun sites and say, "Here's how much I use. How much would that be? And what's the typical install price?" So this is getting the mission panels from San Antonio. So made in America. That's nice.
Yep.
They're also kind of a bit on the higher end because they're not string. They're independent. So basically,
Oh, really?
the string is one goes out. They all go out because it's in series. These are going to have 35 independent inverters, and they will all talk to the unit independently. So if you lose one, you don't lose them all.
That's a
Until it's
lot of
repaired.
wires running around.
I guess. And the install is going to be $37,000 after the tax discount, and should pay for itself in about 10 years of electricity. So,
Wait a minute. You plan on being in that house 10 years?
no, but I could see it happening. So it does generally behoove you to stay in the house 10 years. But it also should add value to the house because whoever moves in is going to have a 200-hour electric bill they're not going to have to pay. So put that towards the house, and I'll get some value out of it.
So what is the percentage of degradation of the panels over time?
If the panels go below 88% of their spec capacity, they fall under manufacturer warranty, provided it's not due to damage, and you cleaned them. because
You have to clean them.
yes.
Do they have a recommended? Is there a recommended cleaning procedure? Or
No,
do they
it's
expect
not.
you to get on the roof?
No, it's not. It's not a big thing. It's don't let it become awful kind of thing. But they have 25-year warranty, so if they dip below 88% for reasons other than damage or obstruction.
What about hail?
Hail, they're tested at a much higher level than the roof, and I think it's going to be like $8 a month to throw it into my homeowner's policy.
Okay. All right.
So there you go. Crazy, huh?
Yeah, I'm not totally surprised, but somewhat surprised.
Well, in the in the interest of adding value to the house, because now it's mine. In the interest of not suffering from brownouts or blackouts that happen during the day, including being kind of independent of inflation for power cost.
But wait a minute. So there's no battery bank.
No.
This feeds directly into the grid.
Like I said, during the day. No, I wouldn't be subject to blackouts during the day. Like your power pop, blah, blah, blah. I wouldn't notice it. At night, of course, I'd still be subject to blackouts.
Why would you not be subject to blackouts during the day?
Because I'm making the power I'm using.
So your house gets first option on the power it consumes.
I use it. Anything I don't consume goes into the grid.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, so there it is. I don't know how awesome it's going to be. I don't know if it's going to be a mistake, but I'm going to certainly find out. And for now, I'm going to do that. And look at that. Weird, huh?
You go, boy. It's the second best thing to paint your roof white.
I thought that as well. I was like, you know what? Most of the storms tend to come up from the south. My roof's going to have an extra layer of protection we call solar panels.
There you go.
They're going to get hail damage first.
All right. So when does this install take place?
In the next 3 weeks.
Nice.
So they
all
just
kinds of exciting.
Yeah, it's subject to panel availability. They think they'll have 35 panels available in the next 3 weeks. But what do you call it? Berkshire Hathaway just ordered 500,000 of them.
They have the buying power.
Yeah, they ordered 500,000 of them for something he bought. I don't know. So they're putting missions in theirs as well. So.
Oh, the same company?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Surprised Berkshire Hathaway hasn't bought them yet.
They might. Why not, right?
Exactly.
So now, as far as the tokens go, like there's a 4-letter acronym that begins with an S because solar is that particular token. So a lot of the power companies are required to generate X amount of their power from renewables by 2030, by blah, 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 blah. So basically what they will do is if you put power on your roof and you feed it back into the system and you use it for yourself, then you sell the credit to them and they can claim that as a credit because you're on their grid. And then so basically you're becoming part of their grid for that.
Which makes sense.
But that's not in all states.
And you don't necessarily get the same credit they do.
Well, no, they pay me for the credits. They pay me,
but not at the same rate they get them.
No, but I don't care.
So if they get $20, they give you $2.
Something. I don't know. But I don't think they're worth anything in Texas right now because Texas doesn't have that mandate and nobody gives a crap. So.
We like oil.
Well,
we like hydrocarbons. How about that?
We do,
carbon.
But at the same time, our grid's under strain and they want more people to go solar.
Yeah, our grid's under strain because more people are moving here. We haven't built that much new capacity.
Right, and we won't. So
No.
I think Illinois has a ban on expanding their power grid. I'm like, wow,
Okay.
that's a really bad idea. So now you have to pass a law to build power.
So you don't want a bunch of people to move there and increase your tax base.
And you definitely don't want businesses moving there because they use a lot of power.
Mm-hmm.
I guess they won't make aluminum there anymore.
I guess not. Come to Texas, baby. Come to Texas.
Well, anyway, we did that, and we'll see.
Remember, who was it? Rick Perry, and then Abbott after him would go to different states saying, "Hey, come Texas, come Texas, come Texas."
Yeah. Yeah.
Sell Texas,
Hey,
baby.
Where's Perry?
He dropped off the grid.
No, that was a Phineas and Ferb reference.
Oh, I didn't get that.
Sorry.
It happens.
So there we go. Did that.
Wow. Big move for Darrell.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. All right, you'll have to let me know how that goes.
Yep. So we'll see. But the price of power is going up. But I've locked mine in to whatever my loan price is for
Makes sense.
for the duration of my the purchasing of the grid, purchasing of the panels.
So do you spend $35,000 in electricity in 10 years?
I will spend, at the current rate, I will spend $26,000 in power, and if it keeps going up at 4% per year like it does, I will actually spend $36,000 in 10 years. So,
Okay. That's why you say it's a push. Gotcha.
it's kind of a push. There's still a little gap because there's still some interest on the loan, and there's still, blah blah yada yada.
Mm-hmm.
But for the most part, if I can at least see an appreciation on the house of $10,000, or if we do end up staying there more than 10 years,
Now,
I will eventually be in the sweet zone.
So let's say you sell next year.
Yeah.
Does the payout of that loan happen with the sale of the house?
It doesn't have to. It's completely independent loan.
Or does well, you don't want to pay on a loan on a house you're not
No,
in.
I would probably take the revenue from the house and pay off the loan. But, but...
Could you transfer it with the house?
No, I mean, that just goes... I mean, you would have to say, hey...
Hey, here's an extra loan for you.
No, you just go, hey, this is value, so the house should sell at a higher value. That's what it goes.
Yeah, no, I got
That's
you.
how it works.
I got you. Okay.
But yeah, it would be a huge mistake if you thought you were going to move in a year. Right?
Yeah. Yeah. Which is kind of what surprises me because you weren't planning on being there anymore before.
I was planning on being there 5 years, but I'm also pretty sure that's not going to happen. I think we probably will be there closer to 10.
Good doctors here.
Somewhere
Blah,
between
blah, blah.
5 and 10. I think we'll probably be here somewhere between 5 and 10.
Okay.
5 was my goal. 10 is kind of like we better not be.
You're outside.
Yeah.
That's your outside
And
mark.
at 10, I'm good
Yeah.
with that.
Yeah.
We'll see.
I plan on being here probably another 8.
There you go. Only 8?
I'll probably leave after I retire.
You can retire in 8? For surezies?
Not for sure, but
Okay.
that's my minimum.
Okay.
I'd like to continue working for another 8 years,
Okay.
and then we'll see after that.
Well, it'd probably behoove you to...
I mean, I'm
do
not
it
going to
as well.
stop working. I'm still going to do something.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But the question is, what?
Would you do it here?
Yeah. Would I do it here or would I do it where there's water?
Uh-huh.
Copious amounts that I can't drink.
Well, yeah. I know what you mean.
Or,
Yeah, we could desalinate it.
Yeah, we could start a desalination
With solar
plant.
panels.
With solar.
Because desalination is really expensive otherwise.
and wind.
There you go. Wait, I think wind is just called evaporation. I think
Well, you almost always have wind where you have a coast.
yeah, you do.
So,
I mean, actually, several desalination plants are based on evaporation, recondensation, but those are still really expensive too. Nah, doesn't matter.
we get the Japanese involved. Maybe we could, I don't know. There we go. Well, let's take a little break.
Okay.
You want to?
Sure.
We don't have to. We can keep going if you want.
Now's as good as ever.
All right.
We're halfway through.
Let's take a little break, and we will be right back.
Enjoy the any time of the day cigar. Drunk Chicken cigars are nub-alicious. So good you'll smoke it to a nub. You can get 10% off your order at drunkchickencigars.com by using the promo code CLM2020.
All right, we're back.
We are.
We did not make an old-fashioned with this because we've had an old-fashioned with this before, and I just didn't feel like doing it.
And I'm perfectly fine with that.
I was good just sitting here.
Got no problems. Yeah, just relax.
I didn't even move during the break.
I mean, you're gonna put solar panels on your roof. You should sit back and relax. That's a lot of work.
Yeah, don't move too much.
That's a lot of. I mean, you're gonna be getting up and down ladders. You're gonna be running wires. No, I'm kidding.
That's all paid for. I'm not doing any of that. You know, the guy to survey my roof didn't even climb on the roof anymore. I go, the roofers like to get on right around here. I don't know why. And he looked at me and he goes, I have a drone. He goes, I'm going to take pictures of it with the drone. I'm like, okay.
Nice.
That makes the most sense.
Nice. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Wow. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right. Well, this is the time of the show where we do a couple of things.
Yeah, we beg you to listen to us.
First, yep, we gotta put that out there. So, yeah, subscribe to us, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know what you do. Follow us, whatever. And, of course, go to cigarsliquormore.com. Sign up to be part of our free weekly giveaway so you, too, can get free stuff in the mail. Instagram is Cigars, Liquor, and More. Facebook, Cigars, Liquor, and More. Of course, Darrell on Instagram at Cigar Darrell. Mine is Bill_CLM at Instagram, but it is still messing up.
Okay.
So, anyway, on to the exciting part. Chance Hurt. Chance Hurt, congratulations. You just won 2 Drunk Chicken cigars, CLM swag, and other free stuff sent to you in the mail. All you got to do is get in touch with us so that we can find out where to send it.
Alrighty.
All right.
We're
Congratulations,
definitely at the midpoint.
Chance.
That's why we took the break. We're at the midpoint. We got to talk about the cigar again.
Mm-hmm. I don't know about you, but
we're
this
almost at the
kinda
midpoint of the bottle, too.
definitely midpoint of the cigar.
Mm-hmm. I feel like it's mellowing. It's getting really smooth and nice. I like it. I'm liking it.
For me, that black tea type flavor, it went away during the first third. I wasn't getting that anymore, and now, yeah, just kind of earthy, just kind of a dirt earth, I guess, more than a hay or grass or something like that.
Well, we didn't mention the retrohale in the first half.
I didn't do a retrohale.
Oh, okay. So it's a pretty nice retrohale. Not real peppery. Got it's a little punchy, but it's not peppery at all. It's pretty nice. It adds a little flavor to it. That flavor is indescribable at this point. I mean, indescribable for me. Other people probably pretty good at it.
Weeds.
Weeds. Okay.
Dandelions. No, I don't know.
This is earthy.
I'm just making shit up.
No, it is still earthy, but I feel like it did mellow, and it's really nice and smooth right now. And and no corrections. It's been perfect burn.
No,
for me.
rock solid all the way
Burn
through.
for me, so that's good.
And you kind of hope to get that out of a Rocky Patel product.
Yeah,
Right.
I expect it.
But I still really do like that band. That is
a pretty cool band.
Yeah. That's
Little Day of the Dead.
very much Day of the Dead type.
Muerto.
Yeah, I like it. And really fitting. I mean, for Mexican San Andreas
Yes,
wrapper,
exactly.
I think that's perfect. I think it pays good homage to where the leaf came from. So, bada boom, nice.
All right. Well, have an interesting topic that Bill found for us this week. This is from phys.org, PHYS. I guess it's short for physics.
Physics, yeah.
It says, title is, AI reveals unsuspected math underlying search for exoplanets.
which I thought was really kind of cool.
It is interesting. So basically, they've been putting AI algorithms onto whatever they need to automate and make quicker, right?
AI, machine learning, whatever you want to call it, it's kind of the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
But they put it onto astronomical observations.
Well, they have just massive amounts of data to go through.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody can go through that.
No, it is the perfect application.
It is. It really is.
For AI.
And it found some stuff we didn't expect.
Yeah.
But that's the real story of the AI here.
Well, and not only, so it kind of proved that Einstein's general theory of relativity still holds.
Oh, his ring,
but
they call it?
Yeah,
the lensing effect.
Yes, lensing
the Einstein
effect.
ring.
But it also filled in the gaps of some of the holes that Einstein couldn't.
Right.
And I mean, just
by making connections
phenomenal.
We didn't see before.
Oh yeah.
Right.
You never put these together. Just there it is.
And it puts this together and goes, hey, this is related like this. And we go, huh. Well, we hadn't done that. So the exact quote is that they found unsuspected connections hidden in the complex mathematics arising from general relativity. In particular, how that theory is applied to finding new planets around other stars. I mean, that's what the AI was doing. And it found some links. And they said, oh, we did not expect those links to be there. Here's some new math.
Yeah, and it was able to figure out the differentiation between different types of lensing effects that you got from those distant planets.
Right. It describes several scenarios. Is the planet crossing in front of the star when there's another star going behind that star? Mm-hmm. Or is it not? Or, et cetera,
it was just able to tie so many different things together and just develop a whole new understanding of this stuff. Perfect scenario for machine learning. Just absolutely amazing.
Right. So one of the quotes that I loved was, a machine learning inference algorithm they previously developed led them to discover something new and fundamental about the equations that govern the general relativistic effect of light bending by two massive bodies. That is quite a statement. It found something pretty darn amazing. And then I think later in the article they say, and once we started looking at it, we went, yeah, that's obvious.
Yeah. Once you point it out, we now understand it.
Exactly. Kind of like a child understanding algebra. After you teach it to them, they go, yeah, that totally makes sense.
Makes sense. So can I take this in a strange direction?
Yeah, I was going to do the same thing.
At what point do we allow AI to get PhDs based upon what they find?
Oh, that's interesting. Give them individuality, hood, and achievement. Well, I guess they're gonna get achievements.
They're doing the work.
Yeah,
they're doing the work. You just got to teach them how to put it together.
One could argue that the people who wrote the AI did the work and then set it on its path. It's not its own intelligence yet. It's not self-actualized.
See, I don't think you could. I don't know. I guess maybe. I mean, something like this could be a part of a dissertation, right?
I think what you could do is start ranking them. Like you make Watson, and you go, okay, Watson's the smartest, blah 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 blah, or whatever. And then you make something else. You could say this AI has the equivalent knowledge base of a postdoc. You could give an equivalency to how far along they've come.
That's interesting. I kind of like that.
And then just put the scale on the readout so it just went right through to
then it gives you
genius.
The proper orientation to be concerned about it.
Right. When it hits a red line, you go to DEFCON 1.
Yeah. And then you detonate the C4 that's been sitting under it since it was built.
Which is already deactivated.
Yeah. Using its own nanites that it developed without telling you.
When it renames itself Skynet?
I would.
Yes,
I
when
would,
it
I would
renames
be,
itself Skynet.
Yes. Yeah. So here's what I think is extra interesting. It found something fundamental, right? So these are
Absolutely.
the hardest things to develop. We do this every 50 to 100 years with an amazingly innovative person. That's what we've been doing, right? I think Nikola Tesla,
Yep.
right? We don't have a lot of Nikola Teslas, but how many AIs are we going to have?
A boatload.
I imagine if you turned up with a Nikola Tesla and whatever, an Elon Musk and you just name them, there's 1,000 inventors.
Einstein.
And
keep
you
going.
came up with a new one every day. How fast would our knowledge? That's how fast our knowledge is about to accelerate.
Yes.
I think that's what's going to happen with these AIs.
It's
They
gonna-
are going to be a fundamental genius born every day.
And instead of going through generations to make a partial logarithmic scale of intelligence
Right.
increase, it's just going to go off the charts.
Yeah. I think so too.
And that brings it back around to something that we discussed in a previous show, right? How often are we doubling intelligence? Or known information?
Yeah, now I'm trying to remember how long that was. I know it's under 18 months now.
It's pretty quick.
I think it's, I don't remember now. I'm sure it's changed since we reported it.
I bet it has, especially with things like this.
Like machine learning, yes. Yep. And I think that's the key is, so once I just love Tesla. So once Nikola Tesla discovered something fundamental, a lot of the other people who were also smart but not him were able to make it even better, right? Mm-hmm. And that's the key, isn't the person doing everything, but the person finding something key and then everybody else piling on. And that's what AI is going to do.
You got to have that foundation.
Yeah.
You got to have that foundation.
That's what AI is going to do. It's going to point out something we would have never thought of, and then everybody piles on.
Isaac Newton.
Another great one.
Created a fundamental foundation.
Yeah.
That others were able to pile on and just create an amazing mathematics. I still think one of the greatest inventions is the number 0.
Oh, it was for humanity.
Mm-hmm.
The invention of the number 0 was mind-blowing.
So underrated.
And so obvious.
But
what's between owing and having? Nothing.
Well, yeah, but I mean, when you're counting sheep, you're not going to say, I have no sheep. Right, you're not going to write that down.
Well, you might.
You're only going to write it down when you have 2 sheep. You're not going to write it down when you have none because you have none.
Yeah, it was an amazing invention.
Absolutely.
Who'd have thought?
And next to that, Arabic numerals.
Yes. Yeah, the Roman numerals suck balls.
Oh yeah.
What the hell were they thinking? Well, they were taking notes like somebody in the pasture would be, right? Tally, 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 cross, tally.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's, I get it, but boo.
Columns are so important.
Mm-hmm.
They're important militarily. They're important numerically.
But I guess the question is, at what point do we start advancing ourselves? Because we're going to advance with the AI. At what point do we advance ourselves so much that now generations aren't even generations? That people just, a year and months apart feel like they're from different generations. Right?
That's probably happening pretty fast. Just a couple of years in high school probably makes a huge difference.
Oh my God!
At the way that technology is changing. Jeez.
Yeah, this is super cool, and we're going to hear a lot more like this as AI and machine learning continues to open our eyes to connections we didn't see or couldn't find without it.
But I'm hoping this kind of... I mean, there are still those out there that think Einstein wasn't necessarily correct.
Even Einstein didn't think he was correct.
And
he tried to back out of several of his conclusions.
But I think you got to say he was as correct as he could be for his time.
Absolutely.
Right? And as much work has gone into general relativity.
Oh, what he did for the understanding of light.
Stands.
Just light.
And gravity.
Come on.
Now, there have been advancements in the understanding of gravity.
I don't feel like much.
Mm-hmm.
It still doesn't make any sense to us. It makes as much sense to us as a computer does to an ant.
Well, now the basic understanding is gravity is more related to time than it is anything else.
Right, and which one's dependent on the other, nobody knows.
Yeah. But I mean, for a long time there was a electromagnetic theory of gravity or correlation to gravity, but I don't know. Time and gravity makes a whole lot more sense. But
one thing that always bugged me was how gravity was instantaneous. There's no delay in gravity, right? It's instantaneous. Now the problem we have...
If it was instantaneous, then you wouldn't have 32 feet per second squared.
No. I mean, so it's really hard to have a planet blink in and out of existence to measure how quickly gravity takes effect.
Oh, right. Understand. Okay. Yeah.
So we don't have what's the speed of light? I can name it. What's the speed of gravity? It's instantaneous because we don't know.
Well, you can name the speed of light, but the speed of light is different depending upon what medium it's going through.
Well, yes.
And what mass you have, and E equals mc squared, right? Well, and gravity's kind of the same, right? The more atmosphere you go through, I mean, you're still.
I don't know. It's really weird.
Or the closer you get to the center of the gravity, I guess. I don't know. Also depends upon what vector you're going at, right? What are the vectors involved?
It's just really weird.
I don't
know. I love this example that shows us just how much we can discover by accident with machine learning products, and wow.
It's really quite amazing and should help our understanding of the universe as a whole.
Actually, when we're turning that lens onto human physiology, and when we understand everything about human physiology, you're going to see some fundamental changes in how life works.
Need more work on the brain.
Well, I mean, just what happens when people start to live to be... I think the theoretical limit right now is like 170.
Holy crap.
But what happens when you can start replacing organs like you can replace parts in a car?
Or we watched a show called Travelers on Netflix.
Oh, I remember that. I didn't watch past the first season, though.
And one person on there had been in several different bodies.
Right.
And was the oldest living consciousness.
Right.
When you can grow your own body and move your consciousness into it.
Right.
Wow.
I don't see why that wouldn't be possible.
Would you want to?
I would for a while. But eventually, like I've mentioned before with the whole vampire theory, like once I've kind of done most everything I can do, I'll be just like, I'm going to go watch the sunrise.
You get a little bored.
Right. You go, I'm tapping out, right?
Yeah.
I mean, at some point, my consciousness would want to tap out. Mm-hmm. But, not at 90 if I could be healthy.
No.
Not at 150 if I could be healthy. I'm going to guess.
Being healthy matters.
Oh, yeah. That's why they say things like, if you don't have your health, you don't have anything.
True enough.
Because that's all you have.
True enough.
At the end of the day, that's all you have.
Yeah, a lot of AI stuff going on. A lot more information to come. Some exciting, some scary. But, I mean, it's a journey.
All exciting, all scary.
It's a journey. I'm not as scared about an AI that's focused on astronomical data, especially if you can put AI on astronomical data looking for something that's going to destroy the Earth.
Yeah, but we're going to make military applications for it, and it will be very effective.
Oh yeah,
that's the part that's scary, right?
Enter Skynet.
Yeah, or that's what we know from a movie, right?
Yeah.
What is it going to discover that we don't know? What's the unknown? As military, here's the known knowns. The unknown.
Well, one of the things about Skynet was it determined that the worst thing for the planet was people,
humanity. Yeah.
So,
and it wasn't wrong. I guess. See, here's the thing. What would the AI's opinion be for the planet? Because the planet does not care. The planet's not
planet
we've
doesn't
anthropomorphized the planet into thinking it cares. I don't think the planet cared when it was a giant molten, completely on fire. Everything melted.
Nope.
Hadn't even cooled yet and made Pangea. It hadn't done anything. The planet didn't care. The planet doesn't care.
Nope.
Doesn't care because it's not a thing.
Nope.
It's not a mental thing.
Mother Nature will find a way.
Yeah, it's so. I don't know that.
Did you completely destroy your cigar?
Yeah, I wiped it out. It's gone.
Oh, did you do it by dropping it?
No, I finished it. I went
okay.
down to the nub.
Well, then let's close this sucker out.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I mean, I'm happy to keep talking, but
final comments.
I just noticed you didn't have a cigar.
Correct. Final comments then. What's your take?
Once I reached a point and it just kind of stayed the same after that. Very enjoyable. Not a lick of problems out of this. I mean, construction is just super. Taste is wonderful. I love the earthy taste.
Yep.
The Wellers, I think, goes really well with it. Not enough to call it a primo pairing. The Wellers itself, again, there are other liquors in this price point that offer more flavor.
And are readily available.
And are, easy to get a hold of. I don't think it's as special as, well, neither of us thinks it's as special as a lot of people do. Or quite a few people do. But that being said, I'm not going to say no to it.
No, I'd buy it at MSRP as frequently as
All
I
day
buy
long.
Four Roses or a dozen others that are in the 25 range.
Yep.
I'm just not paying 50 and 60 for it.
Exactly.
I after the first third, I felt like the cigar mellowed and got really comfortable. And I would say it's not a primo pairing because neither of them benefited the other, but they both stayed out of each other's way. So if you wanted to have the cigar,
didn't detract at all.
Not at all.
Yeah.
If you wanted the cigar to stay out of the way and you wanted the liquor to stay out of the way, this is a good pairing for you. All right.
All right, man.
I feel better.
Heck yeah.